RetroDaze.
One of my favorite things to do every holiday season, as soon as December hits, is ransack my movie collection, pulling every Christmas VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray off the shelf. Now, as you might imagine, over the years, my holiday movies have reproduced like a drenched mogwai, and I can pile them as tall as Nakatomi Plaza. It's a lot.
Every genre is represented, and I may end up watching Ernest Save Christmas right before Krampus, or Black Christmas directly after White Christmas. The hodgepodge of disparate tones makes for exciting viewing, but sometimes I find myself reaching for the same options year after year until they become a little stale. There's always plenty to choose from, and there are new movies released all the time, but in these moments, I prefer digging back into Santa's bag for those overlooked and often forgotten Christmas movies of my childhood that might bring an extra twinkle of nostalgic magic to the holidays. Arguably, some of the most popular Christmas specials of the 20th century were the stop-motion animated offerings from Rankin Bass Productions. The company famously produced Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, based on Robert L. May's story, and the subsequent 1949 song by Johnny Marks in 1964 for NBC and General Electric. This first outing became the most popular and longest-running Christmas special in television history, according to Michelle Delgado for Smithsonian Magazine. This early success led to the production of many more holiday specials, including the 5 specials selected for the Rankin Bass Christmas Specials collection. In addition to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Blu-ray set includes The Cricket on the Hearth, The Little Drummer Boy, Frosty the Snowman, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The latter 3 of which were based on songs like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Despite their creation in the late 60s into early 70s, these animated specials transcended time to become family favorites throughout the decades. Yet several of their overlooked holiday specials didn't make it into the collection, an issue they rectified with the complete Rankin Bass Christmas collection, including my choice for today's list.
Sunday, poor Santa's tuckered out.
Nobody really cares anymore.
And all the elves are out of work.
What?
And it will surely be a blue Christmas, unless there's a miracle in the nick of time.
Christmas, see?
It's big trouble if it's a year without Santa.
The Year Without a Santa Claus was Rankin Bass's 7th Christmas television special and loosely based on Phyllis McGinley's 1974 book. According to Rick Goldschmidt, Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass had developed a strong friendship with Michael Eisner, who was in charge of programming at ABC. Arthur explained that he sold this special on the basis of a Pulitzer Prize-winning children's storybook by Phyllis McGinley. We showed Michael the book and sold it on that. The book was very short and we expanded on that greatly, but this was an easy sell, said Arthur Rankin. Narrated by Mrs. Claus, The Year Without a Santa Claus is about a year when Christmas nearly didn't happen because Santa considers taking a holiday of his own after falling ill. In response, Mrs. Claus sends 2 cheerful elves, Jingle and Jangle, on a mission to spread holiday cheer and rally support for Christmas. Their adventure is anything but easy as they encounter the mischievous heat miser and other obstacles. As the story unfolds, Mrs. Claus negotiates with Mother Nature to bring snow to Southtown, a pivotal moment that helps rekindle the town's holiday spirit. Slowly but surely, the community again begins to embrace the joy and warmth of Christmas. Despite its absence from the Rankin Bass Christmas Specials collection, the animated movie is far from completely forgotten, as it aired at least once this year on AMC and even made the number 6 slot on TV Insider's 50 Best Holiday Movies and Specials, beaten out by only one of its Rankin Bass siblings, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, in the number 2 spot. Further, 2024 actually marks the 50th anniversary of the holiday classic, a milestone that Remind magazine has marked with an outstanding article entitled Beloved Rankin Bass Classic The Year Without a Santa Claus Turns 50, written by Rick Goldschmidt.
It was a Christmas wish for the mom she never had.
That's what I want.
Now, with a little magic, her wildest dreams are coming true.
Hi.
Olivia Newton-John's gonna brighten up the lives of a special family.
To a Christmas we'll never forget.
A Mom for Christmas premieres on NBC next Monday.
Alyssa, our editor, chose A Mom for Christmas, a made-for-TV movie that originally premiered on NBC on December 17, 1990, and is definitely a more obscure pick compared to our first choice. In the movie, 11-year-old Jessica Slocum, whose mother passed away when she was 3, has grown distant from her workaholic father, Jim. Just before Christmas, she wishes for a mother using a wishing well. Miraculously, and clearly because we can never have enough movies where mannequins come to life, her wish is granted when a department store mannequin named Amy comes to life to be her mother, but only until Christmas Eve. This movie marks Olivia Newton-John's television film debut, as well as her grand return to film since 1983's Two of a Kind. She shares the screen with Juliet Sorke, Doug Sheehan, and the always superb Doris Roberts. A Mom for Christmas also has the questionable distinction of being misremembered in our aging brains as probably that 80s movie, Mannequin? The Christmas comedy has had one official DVD release on October 21st, 2008, as a Disney Movie Club exclusive, which was only sold to club members. You might think this would make the DVD far too expensive to own, but it seems the going rate on eBay is around $25 to $30, and in many cases, still sealed. If that's too expensive, another surprise is that the movie is available free to stream on YouTube.
I can't believe Rugby would do something that stupid. What if he got caught outside and was frozen forever?
Oh, you're right.
A stuffed tiger learns there's more to life than being a star. Muppets creator Jim Henson and Kermit the Frog introduce a new special, The Christmas Toy, today at 5 on CFCN.
Like Rankin Bass, the Jim Henson Company has released a number of Christmas specials over the years, many of which people have made a major part of their yearly viewing. Whether Jim Henson had a direct hand in the production, like with Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, Christmas Eve on Sesame Street, or A Muppet Family Christmas, or the production was simply based on his properties, like with The Muppet Christmas Carol, there are plenty of popular choices. Of course, today's list is focusing on those overlooked and sometimes forgotten specials. And from the Henson catalog, no Christmas special is more overlooked than The Christmas Toy, which is producer Tony's pick. The Christmas Toy first aired on ABC on December 6, 1986, was directed by Eric Till, written by Laura Phillips, and featured Jim Henson's Muppets. Though Jim Henson doesn't star in the movie, he did voice Kermit's opening segment, which was at one time edited out of the DVD release due to legal issues with Walt Disney. Henson's hands-off approach with this Christmas special was mostly due to his involvement in other projects at the time, including The Labyrinth, The Tale of the Bunny Picnic, and The Storyteller. These days, you can watch the movie on Amazon Prime with the Kermit intro restored. In the movie, young Jamie has a favorite toy named Rugby the Tiger, who had arrived the previous Christmas. It turns out that Rugby and all of Jamie's other toys come to life whenever they're alone. With Christmas Eve approaching once again, they worry about the new toy stealing Jamie's affection. One of these new toys turns out to be Meteora, a space queen who believes she crash-landed on an alien planet. Meteora continually tries to escape the house while the other toys attempt to explain that she's not real. If that synopsis feels a little familiar, it's probably because, as countless reviewers have previously noted, it is essentially the plot to Toy Story, which wouldn't be released for another 9 years. So why did Toy Story go on to become a modern-day classic, and the Christmas toy has been relegated to the watch lists of only nostalgic adults? Part of it may have to do with your tolerance for musical numbers, of which the Christmas toy has many. There are also a number of dark scenes in this movie, including the looming fear that the toys will become frozen, in this context meaning they die, if a human finds them out of place. In addition, some may find one or two of the puppets used for the movie a little creepy. Apple the doll, in particular, has a distinct child's play charm that I could never quite shake. Still, those who do remember the movie remember it fondly and will even call it one of the best Christmas movies ever made. Just read some of the glowing Rotten Tomatoes reviews, giving the movie an average 75% rating, and you'll see what I mean. For our last pick of the day, writer Tony had to be difficult by refusing to choose a single movie. With the help of our producer, we ended up with an enormous list that we'd never have time to cover, including The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, Raggedy Ann and Andy and the Great Santa Claus Caper, Rudolph's Shiny New Year, A Smoky Mountain Christmas, The Bear Who Slept Through Christmas, The Stingiest Man in Town, and Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey. Understandably, this list of obscure and forgotten Christmas specials was overwhelming enough to send Tony reaching into Krampus's sack of festive horror instead.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
Among the more commonplace Black Christmas and Krampus, we find Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. The garbage day scene is perhaps the only part of the movie that most people have ever watched. It's a meme, a video joke, a fun quote to trot out of the company Christmas party. As a reviewer on Rotten Tomatoes aptly put it, the first half is basically just a recap of the first movie, only with more rapid eyebrow movements. Both Silent Night, Deadly Night and its sequel are fairly terrible movies that many would argue aren't worth your precious time this holiday season. Tony, however, wholeheartedly disagrees.
I hope you've all enjoyed our list of holiday movies. We hope to have reawakened a desire to view these lonely movies this December, bringing them back to the forefront of our minds where they may bask in the glow of our Christmas tree lights. Now, before I get to the usual ending for our videos, I'd like to mention that we're taking a short break through the holidays, so this will serve as the final video of the year. But don't worry, we'll return with brand new videos every Saturday starting on January 18th. In the meantime, we have 175 episodes that you can catch up on, so get clicking. And of course, as always, why not tell us what other overlooked and forgotten holiday movies deserve to be on next year's list? I'd love to hear about it down in the comments, and if you enjoy our content, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and maybe even activating that ubiquitous notification bell. It really does make a huge difference. From me and everyone here at RetroDaze, we wish you a wonderful holiday season and a very happy New Year.
Clicky clacky.